Good morning, welcome to Boom Slide Thursday right into Friday, which is, of course, tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
Yes.
Today is Thursday.
All day today.
It's stormy.
It's stormy, yeah. We have a heavy rainfall warning in effect here for Sault Ste. Marie.
And thunder?
North, yeah. Thunder, hail, could...
I was surprised there wasn't thunder yesterday. Was it that rain came down quite hard at one point?
It rained?
Oh, yeah, I heard it. Did you not?
When?
Anybody?
Last night or yesterday?
No, last night. Last night I was in bed.
During the night?
Well, before midnight.
Oh yeah, my portable air conditioner was running,
making noise,
so I couldn't hear.
No, it came down pretty hard.
It did, eh?
But it was not long. But I thought, because the skies yesterday were pretty threatening. So, but it ended up being a nice evening. I didn't go outside at all. I was in bed. I'm still sick. I got swollen glands and I got chills. And summertime colds are the worst, aren't they? I hate them.
They are absolutely the worst.
Because you're lying in your bed inside and you're shivering and you're looking out, and then you go outside. It's like, oh, it's sunny and beautiful, but I have no desire to be outside right now. I just want to go back and fall asleep.
And you're
again.
Such an outside cat.
I'm an outside cat. Outside cats are bad. Don't push your cats outside. Cats are meant to be indoor pets.
Who said that?
The Humane Society.
Why?
She never joins us for the segment on Fridays
because there's animals there.
So she doesn't learn the lessons that we all learn from the Humane Society. Cats are not meant to be outdoor cats. You can put them on a leash, but they're not meant to roam around the streets by themselves, killing birds and getting into things and getting hit by cars and getting pregnant. No, cats are indoor pets, Luann.
Oh.
I'm right, aren't I?
You're always right.
It's like, they said yes. That's who does that, like, what's the little kids show? And I see Susie and I see...
Romper Room.
Yeah, it's like Romper Room. Am I right? They said I'm right. Like Romper Room this morning.
Yeah, keep telling yourself you're right.
We're in the wrong profession, Luann.
Why?
I just saw the Forbes list.
Whoa!
The highest paid entertainers. They just the 100 highest paid entertainers, and this is in America, I believe. No, well, there's sports players, but anyway, the Forbes 100 highest paid entertainers. I just hit my microphone. The top of the list, my favorite person, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, before taxes, $185 million.
She made more than Jenner did.
In 12 months.
Kylie Jenner made less than that. And then Kanye West was third, right?
170 for Kylie Jenner and 150 mil for Kanye West.
Has he even been out of the house recently?
There they are. Look, there's the three of them right there. Between the three of them, that's 1, 2, 3, 400. That's $500 million you're looking at right there in 1 year, folks.
That's how much her hair cost. And that dress, too.
Honestly. I was surprised by some of the people. Okay, so like the number 4, the 127 million, Argentinian footballer Lionel Messi. $127 million to play soccer. But I guess if you're good. Ed Sheeran. Number 5, 110 million for Ed Sheeran.
Wow. Good for him. I love him.
The Eagles. What?
Awesome.
Are they having a comeback?
Apparently.
They're number 8 on the Forbes list. They earned $100 million last year.
And they're still alive.
That alone.
Right?
Dr. Phil. Ugh. He's number 9, $95 million. Howard Stern.
I wonder how much his little Chihuahua wife makes.
Here's interesting, way down the list, because we always talk about Beyonce. She's down. She and Ellen are down there. Ellen, number 22. Ellen, I thought was one of the hardest working women in show business. Yeah. She only made like, I didn't even put the amount, but they're number 22 on the list. David Copperfield. He's number 37. He made $60 million last year doing magic. David Copperfield? Guns N' Roses?
What?
They're number 171. They beat out Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo made J-Lo made 43 mil. Guns N' Roses 5 places up, $44 million.
You know what? She's gonna make it next year because she's doing her residency.
And the lowest of the 100, the lowest earner of the 100, Celine Dion. Ow! 37.5 million.
That's why she's flat-chested, because she keeps bashing herself.
I actually dented my hand with my microphone.
Well, yeah,
sorry.
You gotta be careful.
Anyway, I think that I would like a raise.
And number 99, Tim Murphy.
If I made $100 million in a year, I swear to God, I would never go back to work again.
Ever.
How much more do you need?
How much more money do you need to have?
I don't know.
See, I think that's where the ego steps in.
Ego.
And it's just about my art, and I have to sing. I was born to sing. Yeah, you know what?
Hey, if you want to earn $100,000, all you had to do was drive behind an armed vehicle in Atlanta. Did you see that?
I saw
You
the
and Jim were watching that,
footage.
you said, eh?
We were watching the news last night. Unbelievable.
So what was a bank truck?
Yeah.
I didn't see the footage. It was a bank truck, and the doors flew open.
The doors flew open and
On the I-285 in Atlanta, they estimate $100,000 blew into traffic.
you should have seen people
Really?
seriously. Like grabbing. And like and one
Be like
woman
that game show where you're in the booth and
right?
you have to grab
yeah,
the money.
yeah. One woman kept running around her
there,
front of her
Michael
car.
found some footage.
Yeah. See, look at them. They're all going.
Now the good news is a lot of these people, apparently the police were surprised. Many of them actually went and returned the money that they found.
Well, that's because the police threatened that they had video of everyone's license plate. So, of course they did. So the discussion is,
What would you do?
stop and grab the money? Would you, if you did, would you return the money? I would not stop. I would stop. I would not take the money.
Why would you stop?
I would not.
Just to watch?
I would stop just to
That's
watch.
too dangerous. You know what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what I would do, honestly. Wow,
Yeah.
so much money.
$100,000 worth.
I'd be too nervous to
Well,
of the traffic.
you're going to cause an accident. Obviously, that's a busy thoroughfare.
Okay, I'm going to be honest.
I would
I
not
think I
take
would
the
help.
money.
I think I would stop and just try to help and grab some money and say, "This is not my money. Somebody's losing a lot of money."
Oh.
Wait, there's insurance companies for that. Screw it. I take the money.
Jim said he'd take the money.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you stay home. Jim and I will go off and we'll join Celine Dion.
I'm not doing it.
Or
I'm not.
maybe the people Bombardier. You told about on the news.
Yesterday we told you about 550 people.
550 people are
Half
being
the
laid off in
workforce.
our Thunder Bay, just north of us. Half the company.
Half the company.
And they said why?
Because of the U.S.
Like the-
America only thing that Trump touts all
No
the time.
kidding?
Because obviously they're not buying from Bombardier anymore. So yeah.
550 jobs. And I also didn't even know the population of Thunder Bay until I looked. It's 121,000 plus. They're so much larger than we are.
It's a huge city, getting more and more beautiful too.
Really?
Yeah, it's getting very, very gorgeous.
gotta go there.
Hey, you know what? I have to talk about this
Go.
because it's breaking my heart.
What?
It's something that I was struggling about. Woke up this morning at 4:30 and I thought, I don't know, should I talk about this?
What was it?
I don't know. Should I approach it? Should I
The
just let it
suspense is
be?
killing
Should I
me.
just, Miley Cyrus's pig died. Bubba Sue. She died. Poor Bubba Sue. She's dead now.
How old is Bubba Sue?
I'm not sure. But she said, thanks for all the laughs.
Bubba Sue was a
I
funny
will
pig.
miss you. And then she had pork chops. No, I'm kidding. No. That last part wasn't true.
Oh, look, Bubba Sue that's when
Bubba
she was a
Sue.
baby Bubba Sue.
Yeah.
I had a neighbor who had a pet pig and her name was actually Breakfast. I'm not kidding.
I did a weather shot one time when I was working at MCTV, and there was a pig walking down the street, and his name was Pork Chop. So he followed me, but then he started to get angry and
I'm
was
sorry, Miley. I wonder how much she earned last year. She can afford a new pig. Hey, there's a new CD coming out. You're not going to want to miss this. Check out the interview coming up with Nick Roy. Nick's mother, Sue Roy, Sue Martinelli, and Kelly McGilvery, her local musicians. Nick is a second-generation musician. New CD coming out. Big party tomorrow night at Sue Blasters. So
what a good kid too.
Yeah.
So nice. Way to go, Sue. You done good.
So we interviewed Nick. That's coming up. And then also we're going to talk music. Also, Rotary Fest is going to be on the show today, talking about the music that's coming up next week. Plus, my friend here has the news, so please stay with us on this Bumslide Thursday on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades including installation are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim, and it's time to wake up. This is my friend Nick Roy. Hi, Nick Roy.
Hi, Tim Murphy. How are you?
I'm great. Welcome back to Canada.
Thank you very much.
I met Nick Roy through his mother, Sue Roy, back in the day when she was playing champagne breakfast with Sue Martinelli at a place called Kiva, which was a restaurant. Farmer Bob, he used to own a place called Kiva.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's where Koch's Corners is now. Taking you back
it was Zach's at one point.
That's
too.
Zach's All Stars. That's when she was playing. There.
Kelly McGilvery was a part of that too.
Was she part of Champagne Breakfast?
She was.
I thought it was just the 2 Sues.
No, the 3, and then they carried on to the Wailing Aztecs well.
Aztecs, of course. Who was that? Oh my gosh, there was with Aubrey Falls and
Brian Prue, Steve Burgess, Vicky Ekstrom.
Vicky Ekstrom.
They
Where's
rocked
Vicky
it out.
Ekstrom now? She's retired, and who knows?
Playing a little tune.
So the tradition has been carried on. The musical tradition has been handed to the baton. The torch has been passed on to Nick.
Yeah.
When did you actually start working and singing and doing
So with this band, Odd Man Out, we started in high school about almost 20 years ago. Me and the 2 Myers brothers.
Show your mug.
And just happened to be drinking at St. Mary's College.
At St. Mary's College. That's where you met.
Tonight through and through.
Mike and Chris Myers?
Chris and Steve.
Who do I know? Mike Myers.
Imagine. Funny. Imagine.
Chris and Steve Myers. Yes.
Yeah, Chris and Steve Myers, they were brothers who were just...
they still are.
They still might be.
Okay.
And they are epic guitarists, and they were even in high school. And so everyone was just, you could just see, you're just attracted to them. And I wanted to do something, so I started banging drums with them. That wasn't good enough. And then I took over as the lead singer, and I've been doing that with them for about 20 years now.
So wait a second. You left this, so that was high school.
That was.
Have you always continued to play with them?
Yeah.
Or was there really?
As we went to different universities, Chris went down to Western, I went to Lakehead, and every summer we come back and we still just rock it out all summer.
How many CDs? 3?
This is our 3rd release coming up.
The 3rd release?
Yep.
Odd Man Out.
Odd Man Out, this is it.
Otherwise known as OMO. And it's Wake Up as the name of the CD.
This is our most proud album. This is the most time we put into an album, the most work, money, dedication, the most we went out into the city and asked for the legendary people that play here, because there is a lot of good musicians. Did you get the
legends on your CD?
There are a lot of legends in this city, and we got a lot of them to play on this album with us.
Okay, so one of my legends that I'll mention right at the bat, Frank Duresti. Is he involved?
Frank Duresti came on and played some harmonica for us on this album, and it is beautiful.
Frank, okay. Cliff Alloy, is he involved?
Cliff Alloy is our drummer. He's been drumming with us for about 3 years now, and he's an octopus. That guy's all over the drum kit. It's amazing.
Right on. Okay, let's see. Who else do I know? Sheldon Jeskalainen.
Sheldon Jeskalainen is on the album. He played about 5 or 6 songs on the album, and he is coming to our release next Friday, Sue Blaster, July 12th. Doors opening at 7, and Sue Martinelli, who we already mentioned, Kelly McGilvery, who we already mentioned, and Sue Roy, my mama, they're going to open for us.
They're going to reunite?
They are reuniting. They're coming back. They're better than us.
Listen.
You should be coming for that.
It's
a special thing.
I would say in the day, let's put it this way. Back in the day, I would have seen you headlining for them. But now they've semi-retired from, they don't play together that much anymore. Only in the summertime they get together once in a while. This is pretty special.
It's very special.
You know what? I don't even know. I saw Kelly and Sue Martinelli together last summer, but I haven't seen your mom and the three, I haven't seen those three together in a long time.
They did rock out Rotary Fest last summer.
Did they?
The three of them did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're your opening act?
They're the opening,
Blasters?
and they're also going to play with us on stage. They're going to come on and back us up.
How many musicians are you going to have there?
There's going to be a lot. So as you said, Sheldon was on the album. He's also coming. He's playing with us on the 12th, too.
Okay.
He's going to be coming up.
We mentioned Cliff the drummer. Now, Frank can't be there.
Frank sadly
for the live one.
He's a very, very busy man.
That's okay. So, and then there's the Myers brothers.
The Myers brothers.
Chris and Steve.
We have Mike Farah, who's our bass player. He's our newest member to the band.
Mike Farah.
Right
on.
And it's hard. We've been a brotherhood for a long time, so it's tough to just bring in new musicians to the band and stuff. Mike just came in and just fit right in. He was just a brother right away.
A brother from another mother.
That's what it is. Straight up.
What kind of music?
And one more guy.
Wait, who else?
We must mention.
Who?
The legend.
Who is it?
Mr. Josh Norling. Josh Norling will play more than one instrument in one song. I've seen he gets the saxophone, he gets wailing away, doing all this thing in the verse, and then chorus he'll come over, reach around, grab a clarinet,
no way,
a little back and forth.
I don't think I've seen that yet. I'm a huge fan of his. I think I first saw Josh. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I thought he played with Mustang Sally if he went to Cora. I'm not positive.
Could be. But he's literally in like 9 bands. Everyone wants a piece of him, and we got a big piece of him.
Because the first time I heard him play, it was the Bratwurst and Beethoven for the Sioux Symphony, and he was playing with some band, and he was a teenager, and he got up and he blew the sax. I was like, that's not normal. That kid plays the sax like an old, like he's got the soul of an old blues player.
It's unbelievable.
Or an old jazz player even.
Yeah. It's absolutely unbelievable.
So you got Josh.
Josh plays with us all the time. And,
does he?
Yeah.
He already plays with us. He's like,
we've locked him in.
Yeah.
We want to make sure.
What kind of music? What am I going to listen to? What genre? Who are your influences?
We were like 20 years ago a big Dave Matthews band. Big Dave Matthews Band fans.
Yeah.
And
Dave Matthews Band. Yeah.
And they were great. We love jam bands. We're still jam bandy, I would say.
They're a Jim Dandy jam bandy.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. And so there's going to be a lot of that. Because we have these awesome musicians with us, we gotta see what they can do, right? Let's have some fun. Let's let them rip away.
Yeah.
So we're uppity, we're dancey, we're jammy, we're funky, we're bluesy, we're rocky.
Any ballady?
A little bit of ballady.
Once in a while, I like a little ballad.
You got to pour your heart out a little bit.
I've heard you sing. You're great.
Thank you.
And you do kind of remind me a little of your mom sometimes. You get that raspy, growly kind of.
Get the raspy. A little bit of Eddie Vedder was a big influence of mine. Yeah.
You're kind of dirty.
I can get a little dirty with the vocals.
I like a dirty singer.
Can growl it out.
Cannot tell a lie. I like a dirty singer. So wait a second. There's another aspect of this CD release launch at Sioux Blasters on July the 12th. That is interesting. It's a Friday. You get a CD when you buy a ticket?
Yeah, so we're charging $20 at the door. Because it costs a lot of money to make albums, and we are not rich by any means.
Yeah.
We're local musicians.
You're a teacher in South Korea.
I do have to teach over there because there's no jobs here, and I've been over there for a long time now, and it's good.
How many? 6 years?
12 years now.
You've been over to 12 years in South Korea?
12 years.
Okay, so listen, you when you're over there, how do you work with the guys back home?
So there's this amazing thing called the internet. It came out a couple of years ago. It's like so cool. It keeps getting better every year, and it makes this amazing world so easy. So we start with the three of us, the two brothers, the Myers brothers and me, and someone comes up with something, and they share it with the other guys. And it can be just on your phone. Someone sits down with a guitar, a little bing bong bing.
Yeah.
Here's an idea for a melody.
Here's the bing bong bing I like.
They share it with the other guys. We start coming up here. I got some words for that. We got some that. And then, okay, let's make it more. Now go in, record it for real. And then...
So they record their tracks here in Sault Ste. Marie?
Everyone records here. So
you record your vocals in South Korea?
South Korea, yeah.
And did you tell me that it gets mixed or edited where?
And then when the final piece is all together, and then we sent it to LA because our pianist, how could I forget?
You almost forgot the pianist.
How can I forget piano man Chris Bilton?
Chris in LA.
Chris went... to university with Chris Myers. They became buds. He's an absolute legend. He works with just everyone who's anything in LA anymore.
Wake up to all these legends.
You know, and so we sent it to him. He did his thing, and then we come back, we do one more touch, and then we send it to Will from Brazil to do the final mastering.
Will from Brazil. This is like an international CD.
It's pretty fun and awesome, and things like Dropbox and stuff just allow us to share stuff so quickly, and it's really fun.
And then you come home. You've been home every summer. I mean, you generally
pretty much every summer.
You have a wife and a child that you bring home to visit. The grandparents. Okay, so doors open at 7.
Doors open at 7, and that amazing power trio is going to be on at 8. They are awesome.
On the Friday, July the 12th.
Friday, July 12th.
$20 gets you in and a CD.
And a CD.
And this is going to be epic. It's not like, this is a one-night only thing, right?
This is a one-night only. This is pretty special. We have a lot of legends coming out. This is awesome. Okay. I'm very excited.
So am I.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'm gigging in Sudbury that night. I can't freaking be there, man.
Sorry.
So am I, because, I mean, those three, no offense to you, but I would seriously have gone just to hear your mom and Kelly and Sue Martinelli.
For sure. There's a lot.
That right there is the ticket alone. The fact that you're actually getting a CD and that you get to hear Nick Roy and the boys from, what's it called? One Man Out. Odd Man Out.
And Wake Up.
The CD is Wake Up. Tickets are available.
Tickets are available. You can reach me, Nick Roy, on Facebook, Chris Myers, Steve Myers on Facebook.
Or go down to Sue Blaster's, I would imagine.
Sue Blaster.
Right downtown.
Or Myers Chiropractic Clinic on Great Northern.
Of course. Their father.
Or you can get them at the door also.
Okay. Okay, break a leg, man. Break a string.
Thank you so much.
Whatever you break.
A couple things will be broken.
I'm sure, you know what? Knowing you guys, have fun.
It's going to be fun.
Thanks for being here, Nick.
Thank you so much.
Okay, give my best to your mom.
I will.
Okay, and we'll be back with Luann after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Hi folks, hey listen, the SPCA got something going. I think it's terrific. No hot pets, that's what it's called. You know what it's for? It's for dummies that leave their pets in the car. If you see this and you're walking by and you see a pet in a hot car roasting away, the windows up, you call the police or call the SPCA and they'll have somebody there quick. Don't let our pets die in the car. Get involved.
Since 1899, the Machine Shop has been a unique space for innovation and creativity. Once a leading pulp and paper company, the Machine Shop was built by Francis H. Clerg, which later became part of St. Mary's Paper in 1984. After the closure of St. Mary's Paper in 2011, the Machine Shop spent 4 years vacant. In 2015, the Machine Shop reopened their doors to the community for the first time. From weddings to galas to concerts and festivals, the one-of-a-kind venue has something for everyone. We are proud to work with the community and local nonprofits to host major events such as Festival of Trees, Pearls and Plaid, an evening at Hogwarts, and more. While you're here, wind down at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar for a quiet dining experience, or watch a game and try a wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room. Don't forget to save room for house-made gelato and baked goods at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop events, history, and restaurants, visit machineshopinc.ca. 3 great places, 1 historic venue.
Hi, welcome back, and we want to thank KC Security, en garde for you and me. KC Security.
Thank you very much for sponsoring the show.
That's my bilingual theme song.
En garde. En garde.
En garde. KC Security sponsored us 2 months in a row because they're fabulous and we love them.
And we love them and they love us.
And they tweet a lot, so if you want to follow them on Twitter, they're a lot of fun. They'll tell you what's going on in the city because they're everywhere.
And if you need a hand with any kind of security issues, seriously, they're everywhere.
I'm going to remind you that if you are this summer, if you are going away somewhere and you want your house looked after while you happen to be out of town and you have gardens or plants, they'll freaking water your plants for you and take care of your, like, while you're away. That's one of the services they provide, like plant watering as well as home security. And cottages, and if you're doing a party, like because sometimes if you get a liquor license for a special liquor license, you need to have security. So you hire KC Security and they come and they work with you and you can have an event. So there you go. Many, many reasons why you should get a hold of Daniel and Nathan at KC Security.
Absolutely. Well, I'm thinking Tay-Tay, you talked about her earlier.
Taylor Swift?
About how much money she's made.
100 and something million, yeah.
I think she's still pretty ticked, though, because Big Machine Records, who bought out her
what's that guy's
library,
name?
Boomer? Scooter Braun. And he's also the manager for Bieber.
Right. Oh, was the guy that didn't Scott buy it out? A guy named Scott. Scooter, I don't know. Anyway, somebody bought out her record. Scott. They bought out her catalog of songs.
Yes.
From when she was younger.
Ticked. She's so angry. She wasn't approached to buy them herself, apparently, is what she said.
And the falling out she had with the one guy who bought them, she said, Scooter, I think, is the one who sold them. Scooter sold them to Scott, didn't he, or something like that? And she said the one person she didn't want them sold to was that Scott guy.
Scott sold them to Scooter.
Oh, she didn't want Scooter to have them.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Well, Big Machine Records is releasing a vinyl of 5 of her songs, her sophomore single included, Teardrops on My Guitar.
Adding insult to injury? Right after they...
Oh,
gosh. What do they do? They really don't like her. Or they just really want to make money.
I hope nobody buys it.
Her fans won't.
You know what? Do not
her little
buy
Swifties.
Do not buy it.
Can we call them Swiffers?
We can call them Tay-Tay's friends.
Tay-Tay's friends.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm always amazed. This has nothing to do with what you just talked about. Sorry. But I'm always amazed when I find things out that I didn't know about, like how long we've been on this planet.
So you've been amazed a lot then?
A lot. Okay, so the oldest skull they ever found, I think they found on the continent of Africa. And it was something like 5, like some of them are
skull, like a human skull.
Yeah. Well, some of them are like 7.5 million years old, but they said there's still a lot of crossover between human and chimpanzee with that one.
Was Jesus there?
It was before Jesus even.
Jesus.
And then there's like the one that's more human is like 5 million, but that was all on the continent of Africa. In the 1970s, they found this human skull in a Greek cave, but it's not until recently that they had the modern technology to reveal the actual age of the skull. In a Greek cave, this skull was 210,000 years old. It puts the clock back on mankind's arrival in Europe by more than 150,000 years.
Holy moly.
We've been everywhere, man.
Imagine how delicate that. Oh,
210,000 years old.
And you look good for your age.
Thank you. You look good too. Luann has the news. There's nothing new about her.
Not a thing new.
But the news is new, and she has that.
Stay tuned. We'll have that for you coming up right now. Yeah, quit spitting on me.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. It's alive! It's alive!
Discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5 and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Just before 9 last evening, Environment Canada issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Sault Ste. Marie, St. Joseph Island, Searchmont, Montreal River Harbor, and Batchewana Bay. Meteorologists are tracking a line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing very strong wind gusts up to nickel-size hail and heavy rain. Take cover immediately if threatening weather approaches. Heavy downpours can cause flash floods and water pooling on roads. Strong wind gusts can toss loose objects, damage weak buildings, break branches off trees, and overturn large vehicles. The Neighborhood Resource Center was at it again yesterday afternoon. They teamed up with City Police to celebrate their 5th anniversary. Their slogan, Committed to Community Wellness, is an idea shared between them and police officers. On TV, caught up with Chief Hugh Stevenson.
Well, this is the Neighborhood Resource Center, and we've been here for 5 years, and we started out with 7 partnerships, and we're now up to 40. And for me, that just shows how much community interest we have in taking care of the vulnerable in this community. The previous chief showed leadership by engaging the relationships in the community, and through the entire police service and his leadership, this thing came into being. And the police there always gives a sense of safety in the area, given some of the clientele we're dealing with. Some people come into crisis, we're right there, we can deal with it. But it's not about policing. This is about a relationship in the community between partnerships, and it's about how we all pull together from all of our resources, whether it's Mike Natto's area with the social services, whether it's housing, food banks. We're all here. The medical and mental health industry is here, nurses. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, where people can walk in, not be judged, and be helped. And the other big piece of this is that vulnerable people in the community know they can come here and get help. And that's a hugely positive thing. We've had a number of occurrences lately where people have come here to get help, whether they're in crisis or they're victims. And so the role of the police here is not always enforcement, but it's about supporting these people and ensuring public safety both here and across the city. I think it's important for all of us to understand what services are available in a community. And the whole point of this, with the band playing and some hot dogs and burgers, is simply to entice people to understand the services that are in their community. And the reason for that is they may never use these services, but everybody has a friend, a brother, a mother who may or may not be in crisis someday. And you need to know, as a resident of the Soo, that people care.
Police north of Toronto say 2 missing children who were the subject of an Amber Alert early today have been found and are safe. In a tweet, York Regional Police said the two young brothers, aged 2 and 4, were found with their grandfather this morning driving down Lakeshore Boulevard in Toronto. Earlier, the force had issued an Amber Alert for the boys who'd last been seen yesterday afternoon with their 70-year-old grandfather at a mall in Newmarket. Police say the kids and their grandfather are in good health and were located as a direct result of that Amber Alert. The Saskatchewan government has agreed to host up to 2,000 people who've been forced from their homes by wildfires in Northern Ontario. The Ontario government says more than 20 communities in the province have been affected by those fires, including residents of Pikangikum First Nation. Earlier yesterday, the chief of the Indigenous community said evacuation by land and water had been put on hold because of a lack of places to send her people. Premier Doug Ford said emergency response personnel are working closely with the OPP and other agencies to fight the fires and ensure people can evacuate safely. Ford said he asked Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe for help. Moe said his government will place the Ontario evacuees in Regina, Saskatoon, and in Prince Albert.
We will be calling on our federal government to provide a stronger leadership role with respect to representing the jurisdictions, the territories and the provinces and the industries that are operating in our territories and provinces, and ultimately the companies that are operating in those industries, calling on our federal government to take a leadership role in asking for an exemption with respect to the Buy American policy that is damaging many of our industries here in Canada.
Canada's premiers want the federal government to seek an exemption from the United States for its Buy American measures. Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe and Quebec Premier François Legault held a news conference yesterday after the morning session of the annual Premiers Conference in Saskatoon. Moe says the federal government needs to lobby more with the U.S. and negotiate an exemption for Canadian businesses. The Buy American measures require 65% local content on public transportation projects and that assembly be done south of the border. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has said it's that requirement that has led to Bombardier announcing plans to lay off half of its workforce in Thunder Bay.
The problem that was raised by Bombardier today was about the Buy America Act. They had an important contract in U.S. that is ending, and they have rough time getting more contract in the United States because of the Buy America Act. So that's why we all decided together that we need more leadership from the Prime Minister of Canada to negotiate an exemption.
They had responded to East Boston for a report of a possibly emotionally disturbed person, a psychiatric patient. They were transporting that patient to the Mass General when the patient became unruly in the back of the truck.
Police say a Boston emergency responder was stabbed several times by a patient in an ambulance. The EMT was taken to a hospital and is expected to survive. The patient was arrested.
Patient/suspect reportedly also had either some sort of OC or mace on her person and proceeded to spray her partner.
That EMT and our partner were transported to Mass General for treatment of their injuries. These EMTs did not deserve this. Every day they go out and they help people, they save lives. They did not deserve to be attacked.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game and try wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide. The average Canadian will spend their last 10 years in sickness. Change your future at makehealthlast.ca.
So we told you earlier that here at home and in the newscast I mentioned as well that there's like a weather warning in effect where we could see thunderstorms, heavy rain at times. So, you know, just prep up for that.
Prep up. And if the southern states look like they're getting ready for a battering.
Whoa.
Big storms coming up that way.
If you see any meteorologists or weather people on the air, you can see like the orange and the reds, and it's just like, it feels like it's across the whole continent. It's crazy.
Yeah, I say the weather people for me, because what's the meteorologist?
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, in Pescara, Italy, in the middle of July.
I thought you were cursing at them.
Pescara.
Pescara.
That means like fish, doesn't it? Fishing, yeah.
Pesce?
I know, yeah.
Pesce is fish.
Pesce is fish in what, Italian?
I think so.
Well, I just know that when I lived in Miami Beach, the place I lived, the apartment building, had a pool, and it was on the intercoastal water, and there was a sign that said, "Non pescar frente alla piscina," no fishing in front of the pool.
Oh.
And I used to think that sounded like I used to use it as a swear. I'd go, "Non pescar frente alla piscina."
You know what? You could make any foreign word sound horrible, like bibliotech. Right? It's library.
Yeah.
Bibliotech.
Can we get back to my story now? So, Pescara, Italy, had a hailstorm in the middle. I'm spitting everywhere. A hailstorm in the middle of July. Watch, look at. They're the size of oranges. Look at the car alarms going off in the background. Wait until you see.
There's a skylight that.
There's a skylight that. Yeah, we saw pictures of skylights getting smacked. What would you do? What would you do?
I don't know. I'd have to stay inside.
Get concussions.
Get my helmet out.
I don't know. I wonder how long it lasted.
Like, imagine the sounds.
I heard that came with sound.
Yeah.
I don't know if you didn't hear it. The audience didn't get to hear the sound. No. It's loud and
very, very, very loud.
18 people were injured. Well, I can imagine. What if you couldn't take cover?
Right? Just walk along.
It killed pine trees.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that there's no global warming. They're going to say, because people say global warming. Well, then if it's global warming, why would it be hailing in July? Because global warming causes weather patterns, strange weather patterns. You idiots. Oh, hey,
snort and all, just for you.
There was something about Trump and the environment. I just read it, but it's gone now. It was making me think about Trump said something about, oh yes, I'm the most environmentally friendly.
He boasted about his environmental program.
And then he went ahead to support something that, I know what it is. It's the foam they use for firefighters And when for the military, in the military, they use this foam. And what happens is, by military bases, they use this foam for like putting out fires and when they practice stuff, right? And this foam that they use is terrible for the environment, and it seeps into the soil, and it's polluting the waters and the drinking waters and all the environment around the places that live, people who live near these bases, military bases. And they're trying to pass this legislation to ban that particular kind of foam because there are choices. And his government said no. The Department of Defense said no, don't touch our pollutant firefighting stuff.
Leave my foam alone.
Leave my foam alone.
It's my foam. I will decide what to do with my foam.
So that's what I was thinking about.
Thanks for sharing that.
I started. You finish. Who's next? Megan Wigmore.
Megan Wigmore is coming up.
Rotary Fest, Stage 2. All original music.
You got to go see just to see if she survives. She's working 1,400 hours. In a row.
It's one of our favorite times of the summer is Rotary Fest. So we're going to talk about that when we come back on Mornings with Luann and Tim. On Bump Slide, please.
I was 9 years old.
Oh my gosh, we're reminiscing. The first time Megan and I ever met was in the Sue Barber production of Annie, and you were 9?
Yeah, it was 97.
Which orphan were you? Did you have a name?
Julie, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she made
up names for all of us. Were you one of the mean girls?
No.
Okay.
Never.
I was the star to be. Lise White and I took turns.
Yes.
Yeah, that was what year?
97.
Holy smokes, Megan.
Yeah.
Megan Wigmore has been involved in the theater and music scene in Sault Ste. Marie, obviously, for
a few years.
I won't say a couple of decades, but almost.
Yeah.
So Megan is also a Rotary exchange student.
Yes, I was.
Tell me a little bit about that. When you were, how old?
I was 16 when I went, yeah.
And you went to?
Denmark. Yeah.
Was it life-changing?
Oh, it's a fabulous program. Really, really great program for students from our area and from all over the world. So we get students coming here. We've got a girl from France right now. We're getting a boy from Brazil next year. And we have kids going out. So we have a girl going to Finland.
Whoa!
Yeah.
And I love the fact, Megan, that you were so, your life was impacted by Rotary in such a positive way that you're giving back. And you have been giving back for a number of years. How many years have you been involved with Stage 2 now, Megan?
Stage 2 for about 3 years.
3 years. Mm-hmm. Your title is the stage director,
yes.
But it's so much more than that. I mean, you do the bookings.
Yes.
You reach out and you find the bands. You organize them. Mm-hmm. You run the whole event from what time to what time?
Well, it starts for the public at 1 o'clock, but I get there a little earlier.
Of course you do, because you have to set up. So it's 1 o'clock until, is it 9 or 8?
Yes, we're running until 9 on Saturday.
Yeah. So she does 8 hours managing the stage, switching the bands over, emceeing the event. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And the great thing we love about Stage 2 is it's all original music.
Yes, so that's always been the thing with Stage 2. We're actually Sue Today's Stage 2 this year, so we've got a great sponsor there.
Absolutely.
Which is, we so depend as the Rotary Club on community support, so it's great to have all these wonderful sponsors in the community. And it's just great. We've got all original music there. It's mostly local artists. Most of them aren't people that you've seen in the last couple years, so...
Really? Yeah. Some new faces and new sounds.
Yep, people maybe that you've never seen before, some people that maybe you've seen but it's been a year or two since they've been on stage. So.
Right, well, and they write new songs, yes. And they sometimes band members change over, sounds change, they develop. But it's interesting to see the progression of an artist too, from year to year.
Exactly. So we've got.
Give us a rundown of some of them? I know that Mike's got some pictures standing by.
Yes, we do. So we've got a great lineup this year. One of the things that I wanted to see was a little bit of a girl power. So we've actually got a few female artists on the stage. So you see Crossroad Magdalens are up there right now. So that's Christina Foster and Greg McLaughlin.
I know them.
Yeah.
Oh, so Christina They're both teachers.
Yes, they're both teachers.
He teaches at White Pines, and Christina, is that Cass?
Yes. So they play some great music.
They're a duo?
They're a duo, and they have another friend with them who does some percussion. Yeah. But they play some great stuff, and you'll hear
original.
Yes, so you'll hear them at bars doing a lot of covers, but they've got some original stuff too. So they'll be playing their original music on our stage.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and then next up in my little girl power bit is Jillian Katzenbach. So she's actually. Oh, sorry, I've got Hannah Lindsay up there. Hannah Lindsay played our stage last year on the Wednesday or the Thursday night. So we did three days last year because it was our 100th anniversary. This year we're back just to the Saturday.
Okay.
But Hannah only played a half hour last time because she's just a new artist, so she's just getting started. But this year she's an hour worth of material, so she's up there for an hour. Yeah. So
who's this now that we're seeing?
This is Jillian Katzenbach. So Jillian is
another local artist.
She's actually been recording in Texas recently, so she's putting together some new music. She's got some stuff coming out. I think she's actually releasing something the day of our event. So
hey, do the artists get a chance if they have CDs or any kind of recordings? Can they sell them on site?
Yeah, we have a merch tent right next to the merch tent. Yep, right next to the stage. So if they have CDs, if they have T-shirts, if they have stickers, all those little things that you can do to support these local artists, you can go and purchase that right next to the stage.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, who else is on your lineup? Who's this gentleman?
So this is Jack Pine. So this was actually.
Oh, this is the guy you got from out of town.
Yeah. So
scored big.
He's passing through. He's doing a few shows the day that we have him there, but he's actually Canadian Folk Music Award nominated and Juno nominated. So this guy's really talented.
Jack Pine.
Yes, super talented guy. We've got him over the dinner hour at our stage.
Okay.
So about 5:30 to 7, we've got him up there.
He's with a longer set, eh?
Yes, he's got a longer set.
He's got a lot of material.
Exactly, and we're excited to have him there because we've got picnic tables and stuff set up by our stage.
You're right down by the water, you said.
We are. We're right next to the art gallery, right by the water.
Beautiful.
So if you grab your food, grab your ribs, bring them down. We've got picnic tables. You can sit and listen to him while you're having your dinner.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
And then
Kick, keep it cool, kids. So we've had them on the stage before.
Yep.
They weren't with us last year. They were taking a little bit of a hiatus, but they've got a bunch of new material, so they're back on the stage this year.
Yep.
So we're glad to have them. They're actually closing out the evening. They're the 8 to 9 o'clock set.
Now, the nice thing that you do for up and coming artists, explain the story about how because it's original material, they may not have a large catalog.
Yeah, so some of the artists don't necessarily have a full hour of material, so we do sometimes offer some shorter sets. So one of the groups that we've got doing a shorter set is Planet Rock.
Okay.
So they're like a hip hop group. They're two guys, DJ Seath and MC St. James.
DJ Seath is amazing.
Yes. So they're actually opening up our stage. So right at 1 o'clock, right after the parade, come straight down to stage 2. They've got a little half-hour set of just getting everyone pumped up.
One way to get the party started.
Exactly.
They really do.
Yeah. So they're a great team.
So you can adapt your set lists to accommodate the artists to give everybody a chance to.
Well, we want to try and get those original artists and those local artists, give them a chance to be up on that stage.
You start planning for next year right after this year is over.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So we should really encourage, if you're a young artist or an aspiring artist or a writer, or if you have a group, then consider getting a hold of Megan, or stop by, visit Megan on one of her. No, she has no time, but go see Megan. If you're an up-and-comer and you want to get on the stage next year, right? The other thing you've done also, you've been working very close with Sean Antler because she's the stage manager for the Stage 1 music.
Yes, which is the main stage that's out by Bay Street.
Closer to the street.
Yeah.
So you've coordinated with Sean. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so on the Saturday, we tried to make sure that there's non-stop music through the park. So when there's stuff happening on Stage 1, they might be down switching artists on Stage 2, but then when they're switching artists on Stage 1, we've got music happening on Stage 2. So if there's a time where you're at one of the stages, there isn't music happening, there's something happening at the other stage.
At the other stage.
So make sure you go back and forth between the two. Yeah.
And is there a beer tent for Rotary or do not?
No, we don't have that.
Alcohol free because it's all family event. They don't want any alcohol, right?
But if you do want something a little interesting, the Rotaract group is doing Mad for Mocktails, so they do these mock cocktails.
Hey, fun!
Yeah. So they sell those. All the proceeds go to support John Howard Society and Mad Canada. So they
Mothers Against Drunk Driving?
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so the whole thing gets underway, and this is all free to the public.
Yeah, everything's free. I mean, the food and the drinks and
but all of the entertainment is completely
free.
And there's so much going on.
Yes.
I mean, the music is there in the background even when you're wandering around other places, which is great.
Yeah, and we're in Clergue Park. It's beautiful,
Clergue Park.
down by the waterfront.
Absolutely. So the whole thing gets going. What about stage 1 and stage 2? Do you both start at the same time, or do you stagger?
We're both starting at 1 o'clock on Saturday,
All right.
but then the acts will be staggered. So we've got a half hour to start, so then we'll be on the half hours for a bit, and then we've got a longer act to get us back onto the hours around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you finish the stage 1 at 9 o'clock, does the main stage continue on till later in the evening?
Oh, yes.
So the music just goes and goes.
Yep, so we make sure that we're finished in time for their headliner. So they've got the Green River Revival Band, which is...
Sean's actually going to be on the show on Friday.
Oh, yeah, so she'll tell you all about that. But they've got a great theme with them, a little bit of a Woodstock theme this year.
Oh, that's right, it is. They're doing like a Woodstock Revival thing. Because is it the 50th anniversary
50th anniversary of Woodstock.
So cool.
So they've got a little bit of a theme for their stage this year with that.
Well, break a leg, have a great time. Go see Megan at Clergue Park Saturday. The date of Rotary Fest Saturday is July the
20th.
20th. It's the second last day of my vacation. So I'll be down there partying with you, Megan.
Great.
And we always have great weather for Rotary Fest, which is why I take my vacation that week. See how smart I am? Mm-hmm. Meteorologist. So yeah, have a great time. We'll see you there. Megan Wigmore from Rotary Fest. It's stage 2 music, all original, great local artists, plus Jack Pine, Juno nominee and Canadian Folk
Music Award.
See, there you go. Yep. Sault Ste. Marie, doing it up right. We'll be back right after this with Luann on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Adoptions create families. Are you thinking of adopting a child from an orphanage or your family in India, Bangladesh, Jamaica, Guyana, or any other country? Let Worldview Adoption, a government-licensed agency with 15 years of experience, help. Parmjeet Mongat and Associates are experienced in handling all adoptions cases, especially relative adoptions with complex immigration issues. For a relative or orphan adoption, domestic or international, call Worldview Adoption for a consultation today.
It's not always this obvious when young people need help. For 30 years, we've shown up for youth. With your donation, you can too.
So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
That's a whole lot of volunteering going on with Rotary Fest. And you
She
think
has
about
to get more
Megan,
involved, Megan.
the hours she puts in on the day, but all the advanced stuff they all do. All these Rotarians are incredible for what they bring to us as a city to help us celebrate ourselves.
Yes.
And doing great work. Easter Seals, exchange students. Wow.
Always helping us and helping children, and they just do so.
And having fun while we do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get to taste ribs.
Oh, right. You're the judge.
I'm a judge for the rib
I'm
fest.
so jealous.
Chicken, ribs, and the sides.
Oh,
I know.
I know. Doggy bag and bring it to work.
Hey, bring yourselves here tomorrow.
Because we'll be here.
It's
And
Friday.
It's Friday. Have a good one.
Thank you.